Bro, so how was it?
It was one of those you had to be there.
Tacos con todo.
Oh, are those tacos? You better believe they're tacos.
Let's get taco. Who would have thought they'd have tacos here?
You realize that's probably a Camel Ass taco.
Told my wife I wouldn't drink tonight.
Give me one of those famous giant beers I heard so much about.
What's against your lips? It's so good. Start the episode already. What are we doing?
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Tacos with Beer. I'm Elfie.
And I'm your boy, Philip Field. If you are listening to us, actually, you know what? If you are watching us on YouTube and you are interested in following this channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If not, screw you. If you are listening to it on the other audio platforms, make sure you hit that follow button on that. And make sure you get, that way you can subscribe to us, guys. And that way, you know, anytime we come up with something, you know, we'll be there.
Yeah, and please hit that like button.
That like button. Ding, 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 ding. Yeah, I totally screwed that whole intro up, but it's fine. We're just going to keep on rolling. I don't know what's going on with me today, but it's all good.
Has it been a long day?
It's been a long week, actually, to be honest, since the last time we came and record. So, you know, it's been a lot of crazy hours, and, you know, my mind's all over the place.
Yeah.
Trying to come down from it. So.
Yeah, I bet, dude. I bet, man. It was some pretty amazing stuff that happened over the weekend.
Oh, no, for those who are listening to us, like if you're listening now, it happened 2 weekends ago. So, you know.
Oh, yeah, that's true, right?
Yeah.
I know. Because
So,
we're
like,
always like...
yeah, so like,
we're
you know.
always a week behind.
we're-
I do
we're-
tend to forget sometimes
Yeah,
about
you
that.
think that we just dropping it this week. No, bro. By the time we drop this, it's going to be old news.
Yeah, I
but
know.
we're in here talking about it, and it's new news.
Yeah, but we're not talking about the actual stuff about it. It's just kind of like surrounding stuff.
Yeah, so the big fight happened. Well, if you're listening to it, it's going to be actually 2 weeks ago. But for us talking about it, it was this past Saturday. And
Yeah.
it was a Canelo fight, and I got to be a part of it, and it was a long hours the day before and the day of, but at the end of the day, it was the most memorable moment of my career. I can say that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
it was.
awesome,
It's
man.
one of those like you didn't expect it because that was the very first event that Texas put on. That it was the post pandemic. You know what I'm saying? Like. Over the other years throughout the past events we had, like the Cowboy games and other events that go on in there, it was very COVID, you know what I'm saying? So you only had a certain amount of people that can go in there. I think it was like 20-30% of the capacity can go in there. So you're used to seeing that place filled so big, you know what I'm saying? Like you're so used to seeing like a bunch of people in there that, this event, like, this past year because of COVID, it just seemed empty. It didn't seem like it. But, with this Canelo fight, that was the actual first event where we had full capacity. And let me tell you, like, it felt good to see, like, everybody there because it was so loud. Like, when I can't even describe how loud it was. People who watched it on TV, it's different than actually being there. So you can hear the crowd on TV, but it was nothing compared to it in real life.
Right, where it's like the roaring and you can feel it on your body.
Yes, it's like you could barely hear yourself think because it's that loud. But I mean, the special performance, the concert, the intro.
Who did the concert? I don't think
the Aguilar family. So you had Pepe Aguilar.
Okay.
Leonardo,
Never mind. I
and
did
his,
see that.
and his
then.
daughter and Angelica.
Yeah.
So,
that was pretty good, man.
Yeah, they did a surprise concert. They rehearsed it the day before, and at first, I wasn't really paying attention to who they were because they were kind of keeping on the hush hush. But you had a lot of famous, Pepe Aguilar, for people who follow mariachi music and stuff like that. He's very big.
Right.
Jennifer Pena, for people who are big Tejano Tejano lovers. She did the national anthem, which was pretty cool. They did release it because, I'm part of the production team in there. So I really didn't pay attention. That's on me, that who was going to be there. But, once I found out, I'm just like, wow, like, just something that because I remember listening to Jennifer Pena when I was little.
Yeah.
Back when Tejano was hitting hard in Texas. So, just seeing that and, my grandmother, she passed away and Pepe Aguilar was her favorite, mariachi singer. So that just kind of like brought a lot of emotions and stuff. Cause I'm like, wow, like I'm here and to be a part of it. It was just like, I don't know, it was a blessing.
Yeah.
And just to see everything post-pandemic, like knowing that the world is getting back to being, going back to normal.
We're trying to get back to normal.
Yeah. So
Well, they had like a record attendance of like 73,000, over 73,000.
Yeah, 73,000 plus people came, and it was it's the record for the indoor boxing event in the United States.
Wow.
So, of course, I think
Everything's done bigger in Texas,
yeah.
baby.
So it was in the U.S. I know Julio Cesar Chavez. That one was the actual record, and that was hosted in Mexico on the Aztec Stadium, I think, and that was over 100,000 plus. And then you had another stadiums in Wembley that was in England, and that was like for the Joshua fights, and they were like at I think 80,000. 80,000, 90,000, somewhere around there.
So you're strictly talking about boxing, indoor boxing.
Yeah, just
events.
indoor boxing
Right.
event. And we broke the record for the United States indoor boxing.
Damn, that's pretty crazy,
So
dude.
73, I'm going to tell you, man, it was really loud. So like I said, being a part of that production and it was crazy. And, a lot of people don't understand like what really goes behind the scenes of everything. You don't see the chaos. You don't see the last minute requests. You don't see like, fuck, how are we going to do this? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But we managed to pull it off.
We put it in the Dropbox.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Yeah, exactly. So it's one of those like you don't really see it because it's behind the scenes. And
Right.
once I think for people like who are behind the scenes, once you see it, like the end result, it's kind of like everybody's satisfied. Like, yeah, that all that hard work and all the chaos that we went through is for people like could watch it on TV and people to view it and just be amazed by it. And it just that makes us feel good. Like, yeah, we did our job.
Right, yeah. Yeah.
So-
Well, it's fucking production, bro.
Yeah.
Anything on that scale, I'm sure is going to be a fucking huge headache. Anything happening, anything going wrong, you're just like, fuck.
Yeah, I mean that's why I always tell. I was funny because after, like the day after, the boxing event was Mother's Day, so I was hanging out with my family and I was kind of like going over a lot of stuff with them, and I was actually watching the fight over again on the DAZN app, and I wanted to watch it as a fan point. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Not like as behind the scenes. I wanted to see it like what everybody else saw.
Yeah.
And watching it again, I was just like, wow, we really did an amazing job. And
I really did. I like the fact that dude was kind of taunting him, because I was
Yeah.
like, that's cool. I like this. I
Yeah.
like, because there's nothing, I feel like there's nothing better than watching somebody showboat or be all like, oh, like, want to be Mayweathers, We're
Yeah.
just trying to get people to watch them.
Wait, what tripped me out during the fight was when when Canelo knew he broke his eye socket.
Yeah, I know.
And he said
went
that
to the corner and he was
felt
like-
it. He felt it. As soon as he hit him, he said he felt it.
Yeah, he was like, I don't think he's getting back up.
Yeah.
And then
So
sure enough, they're
when
like,
he knew that
TKO.
when he started seeing him like be like Daisy and not wanting to hit back, and he already kind of knew he was already on the end, and he kept pumping up the crowd. Let me tell you something. When he kept doing that, the crowd just got louder and louder and louder to the point I couldn't even hear my headphones anymore.
Damn,
That's
really?
how loud
That's
it got.
crazy.
Because we were like literally screaming, like, go to this, do this, do that, do this, do that. And we're like, I can't fucking hear you. Because it was just that loud.
Well, talking about something being super loud, I want to give you some observational thing that this happened to me the other day in the morning, right? I don't know if this is just me or maybe it bugs everybody. I don't know. But at 4:30 in the morning, I'm out to work and I'm at a gas station getting gas.
Yeah.
And sure enough, here comes a car. Fucking thumping loud as shit.
You never liked that, though, from the
Bro,
beginning.
at 4:40 in the fucking morning. Like, I'm like, who are you putting on a show for everybody
You
or
never,
what?
that could be somebody that he's trying to wake up still.
Shit, dude.
Or he probably
I'm
ain't
like,
been to sleep yet.
I don't know. It's a Tuesday morning, okay? It's not like
Party don't stop, bro. Party don't stop.
It's not like it's Sunday at 2 a.m, but I'm just sitting there, and then he leaves it on super fucking loud while he gets out. He's pumping gas. I'm like, motherfucker, who are you showing off to at 4:30 in the fucking morning?
Let me ask you a question. Is it one of those guys that it's loud, like the bass is hitting really hard?
Yes.
Okay, because
And then you hear the shuddering.
yeah,
It doesn't even sound
sounds
right.
like the back of the door when you close it.
Or it sounds
that
like the
little
windows
thing.
like flickering. I don't know. Yeah, dude. And I was just like, okay, bro, are you putting on a show for the whole fucking gas pumps here or what? Because there ain't nobody else.
He should have went out. Thanks, my balls needed that vibration.
Yeah, dude. I'm like, dude, are you that fucking like? Is your character that flawed that you're just fucking out here? Dude, and then it's never anybody listening to like country music or alternative.
Well, because they don't have a loud bass, bro.
It's always somebody
gotta be
fucking
that
playing
ratchet
some
shit.
fucking shit. Yeah, dude, it's like boom, boom, boom. And I was like, I haven't even had coffee yet, dude.
I just want your bitch eat some Gucci flip flops. Hey, no, but there's two type of people. There's two type of people that there are those type of people that you talk about. You know, they come out and they're basing, and then there's some other people that come out. And these motherfuckers, it's like they have the bass turned all the way down, and you just hear like the treble and the highs, and you just hear the actual music, and you hear no bass. And they have their windows down. It's like, bro, turn that shit down.
I have no respect for those kind of people at all.
Now, if you have
especially like when I'm coming into my apartment, whatever I'm listening to, I immediately turn it down. You know, it's like I'm turning it down and park.
Others?
Yeah, because I don't want to be annoying people.
Yeah, fuck that. We're all turning up today.
Shit, fuck that, dude. I'm like, like, god damn, dude, we get it. You got a fucking big ass speaker in your trunk.
Don't be.
Then no, look. I don't want to sit here and just talk all this shit, but I got to tell you, if the tires on your car look more expensive than your car, I think you need to prioritize the things in life. I think you need to do a better job of prioritizing your life. Yeah.
Well, I mean, that goes the same thing for like people who have these fancy ass cars. They have a Benz, or they have like, you know, like these super luxury cars, and they go in and it's like a 1-bedroom apartment. In the hood.
I know.
Like,
hey, dude, that dude could be going through a divorce. You know what I'm saying?
No, they look like they settled in for a while. They've been settled in for a while. I mean, to me, it's kind of like, you know, if I had a luxury car like that, I would want to put it in the garage.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
Somewhere
you
like
don't want to be
safe.
living in an apartment
Because
because there's so many cars that park next to you.
Yeah.
Somebody might ding it, scratch it.
Nah,
something.
bro. Like, I feel like apartment complexes are notorious for break-ins.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I would say, yeah.
They're notorious for break-ins. When I used to live in apartments, my shit got broke into all the time, and I hated it.
Yeah.
Yeah, even so, like
Well, knock on wood, that's never happened to me. But
shit, I'm gonna go steal your shit today. Nah,
Shit.
but for me, like when I got a house, I was like, I need a garage.
yeah.
Cause
Yeah, especially, you know, because like here in Texas, it likes to hail sometimes. you
yes,
know?
and it did hail
It
this
is
past
kind
week.
of nice to have, you know,
Yeah, because you're
garage.
paying for a fancy ass car, you're gonna be paying for some fancy ass insurance too.
Dude, and then also, you know, we had a record attendance at the Cowboy Stadium.
Mm-hmm.
It's because, and nobody showed up to work or what? Because, you know, it seems like the workforce here in the country is not going back to work, man.
Yeah, because
Like everywhere, I've been to so many restaurants. And most of them have signs up to say, we are extremely short staffed. Please be patient with our staff.
yeah.
You know, it's like as we try to get your orders and everything put together. And I'm going like, damn, dude, so what the fuck, man? Like,
Well-
is it because, you know, everybody's still getting their free money and nobody wants to go back to work?
Fuck no.
The panties here, I get it, you know, but especially if your job is calling you back. Well, I guess the problem is if you're making more money sitting at home, why would you want to go back to work?
Exactly. As long as Groping Joe's paying everybody, you know, he's everybody. Think about it, bro. Why would you're getting paid to do nothing?
Yeah, I know.
What would you want to do?
Go back to work.
No, and you getting paid more sitting at home than you
Oh,
are
no.
at work.
No, I never got paid more.
But the thing
sitting
about
at
you know,
home.
here's the thing, because my wife's going through the same issue with her job. Like she's having a hard time hiring people but the workforce, the unemployment, I think they want to see a record of you actually interviewing, like putting in job applications.
Yeah.
And putting all these interviews in.
So are they actually checking that? Because before
Yeah.
this,
No, because
like
my-
a couple of months ago, they weren't checking shit.
My wife was saying that she's got a bunch of interviews, like people that try to get a job application.
Yeah.
And she's called all of them, most of them, all back, and none of them answered their phone. So it's kind of like
I know, but shouldn't now they? But it's anything that's government ran is going to be a huge problem. Okay, so I heard that they had, when the pandemic first hit, so many people lost their jobs that the workforce commissions were so piled with everybody calling and doing that. If you called, they fucking paid you. So it was a lot of people there was a lot of fraud that went on, especially with those what are the PPO loans or
The
PPA?
PPP.
Yeah. Those loans, there's a lot of people that did fraud.
Oh,
But,
yeah.
I mean, you're gonna go to jail,
Bro,
sir.
like,
if you
okay,
think
I've
they're
seen
not gonna come back.
I've seen people post shit on Facebook. Like, I know there's one girl, she was posting and saying that, like, I'm the plug of the PPP loans. Like, hit me up if you want one. And I was like,
I did see that too.
yeah, I was like, bitch, are you trying to go to jail?
What are you doing?
Like, I don't want to see. And then one of them, I think, because you have to pay all that back.
yeah. Well, no. As far as the PPP loan goes, I don't think you have to pay it back.
There's no way they're giving you that amount of money and say you can't pay that back.
Yes, they are.
Oh my god! Because
Yeah.
I thought I saw
It
this
was for
one,
small businesses. It was to save them, essentially.
Oh, well, I saw this one girl. She was in the hole of like $17,000 or something like that. Her ass made a GoFundMe account. Talking about help me pay back this PPP loan. And I'm just like, oh, whoa.
Karma, bitch.
Right?
What did you think was going to happen?
I
That
don't
the government
know.
was just going to hand money to everybody and be like, here, we'll give it to you. Now that they have time and people are slowly going back to work, they're going to start checking all that shit.
Yeah, well,
they're
that's why-
actually going to go through records. And, if you owe them, they're going to come for your
Well, that's
shit.
a big reason why, too, like, inflation's happening. Because you're giving out all this fucking money. You're printing it out. Basically, you're just using it as a printer now. Like,
Yeah.
the currency, the value of $1 just keeps going further down because you're like, oh, you want $1?
Well,
Oh.
where's this fucking money coming from too? It's like, so
It
so basically what you're telling us is that it doesn't matter whether you have the money or not. You can just print it because that's what they did.
That's what they're doing.
That's what they did during the fucking pandemic when they first did that trillion or whatever. And then, the shitty part is I was listening to Andrew Yang talk about this. He said that it was only like about 6% of that cash that they did on the first
Yeah.
was actually came to us. Like the 96% of it went to corporations.
Yeah.
So all those trillions of dollars, it wasn't even for people. This is what pisses me off when people are like, "Oh, I'm Republican, I'm Democrat." I'm like, none of those fucking parties are for you. They don't give a shit about you.
They care about their pockets.
They care about who and it was pretty fucking clear the second stimulus when they were talking about like they're gonna do like send Israel gender studies or some I don't know what fucking country, and it's like, why can't you take care of us here first? Why the fuck? It's because these politicians, I got to take care of my friends,
Yeah.
I'll help you, but I got to help them.
Because they're the
And
ones
it's
that
like,
fund them
Yeah,
when it
it's
comes
like,
for elections.
yeah, it's like they're getting all this money so that they can run, which is another fucking thing that I'm just like, dude, whatever. But that's what I'm saying. Like, they can't get people to come back to work. As long as they're paying this out, I think they're going to have a huge shortage on staff. But I think at the end of the day, people will come back to work. People are going to have to come back to work.
Yes, but as long as Hayden Biden's giving people free money,
Is he even really in the White House?
No, it's
I heard-
it's Kaka Harris.
I heard that the White House is shut down, that there's nobody actually there, that he's working out of a TV station with green screens.
Oh, I mean, I'm not gonna confirm nor deny, but if you watch some of his interviews, you can kind of tell like he's behind a green screen.
Really?
Like, yes.
Dude, I'll be honest with you. I don't watch any like the things that he does or doesn't do. And I'm just like, all these people like, well, all these people on TikTok with their conspiracy theories.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, that was like one of them. He's like, you stupid idiots. He's not even there. He's at a fucking TV station. And I was like, wow, man, that's crazy. She's in a bathroom too. I was like, is this bitch taking a shit?
Speaking of TikTok, guys, why don't you go hit us up on that new TikTok?
Yeah,
Where
we
can
just
we
got
find
a TikTok, man.
Where's it at? Where we can follow us at?
Tacos with beer.
Make sure you follow us on TikTok too. We're everywhere.
Hey guys, we're taking a break to talk to you about Anchor. Anchor is the easiest way to make a podcast. Me and Phil did it, you can too. And the best part, it's free. Anchor hosts our podcast. And I don't know if you noticed, but we didn't start sounding great until we switched to Anchor. They have creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast. And honestly, the best part is Anchor will distribute your podcast on everything: Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. And you can make money, guys. Trust me, Anchor is everything you need. Anchor. 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 Yo, what the fuck is going on with the world, bro? Are we going to war again?
I think this world is on the verge
of
ending.
Collapse or
Of
what,
ending.
dude? It's
Ending.
It feels
It's ending, bro.
How we back to
Better hope
2012?
you're right with Jesus.
What's up with Israel and Palestine or Palestine? I know that Israel's been bombing them.
They've been shooting off their rockets. It's just,
bro. Let me tell you, I was on Reddit and I watched a video of this kid. He's crying and there's a group of people holding. They're carrying their dad. He died in the bombing, and he looks like he's like 8 or 9 years old, but just like the sheer ache and pain that he has running to the front to try and get to the front, because actually his little other brother, I think he was a little older, died in the blast as well. Dude, just watching him cry, I was like, oh, dude, that hurts so fucking bad, man. I'm like, that is such a fucked up thing to see.
Yeah, like,
But I think the world needs to see shit like that, because there's consequences to fucking you going and all these people just bombing each other. And, you know, I feel like the U.S., right, like there's been so many fucking presidents that talked about the peace deal, right?
yeah.
And nobody's been able to get it done.
Yeah. So like with me, I have a friend, right? And he's kind of like he's Muslim and he's Palestinian, and he was kind of like doing the kind of like the background, because I always ask him, I was like, you know, they're always at war with each other, like what's the deal? And then he's all like, man, don't be listening to all that bullshit other people tell you, because so he kind of told me the real reason why that they're at war.
So what is the real reason?
Well,
I don't even fucking know.
Well, it started back like it's more of like
Doesn't it have to do with the Jews, how they were kicked out of a land?
Exactly.
And they're saying that was their land, and they're like, no, it's not. It's
it's one of those like kind of like they're trying to make up their own rules, and they're trying to, because it was more like, you know, back then.
Are you talking about Israel's trying to make its own rules?
Yeah.
Or Palestine? Or the Palestinians, whatever.
The Palestinians, because they kind of like moved into their territory. Because back then it was, you know, you had Muslims and Christians. You know,
but you know, as far as the U.S. goes, the U.S. backs Israel.
Oh yeah,
they're like behind Israel.
Yeah, because of the Holy Lands.
Yeah. So I mean, what do they have oil or what? Because I was just
nobody. I don't know. It's a whole Game of Thrones type shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, dude. That's what it trips me out. Like, you know, those countries are so fucking war torn, bro. They're just like, it seems like there's always something going on. Always somebody's in a fight with somebody, and there's just fucking killing the shit out of each other.
Yeah.
And then we like to come in and then destabilize every fucking, I mean, the whole, you know, government, and then we end up spending trillions of dollars there.
Yeah,
you know,
like, all right, guys, we're coming in. Settle the fuck down. If
in
not,
the name
I'm
of democracy.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to whoop both your asses if y'all don't sit down somewhere. It's like we're like it's like United States is like the daddy. You know what I'm saying? The two kids are going at it. It's like, fuck, I got to come over here and stop watching TV to come listen to you kids. If not, I'm going to have to whoop both you. That's how the United States is. That's what I feel like.
Do you remember way back then when we talked about Tel Aviv? Because Tel Aviv is in Israel,
Yeah.
and we were talking about how they're kind of progressive and that they're trying to legalize weed, you know, and I was kind of saying, like, I can't believe they have women who have to wear burqas. And then people were like, this is probably like the early podcast. I don't know. It was probably like maybe 3 or the 4th one.
Yeah.
And everybody was like, bro, you're dumb. That's not Israel. Israel's like pretty progressive. They don't wear, their women don't wear that shit. And I was like, oh, my bad.
Yeah, that's yeah. That's when you had the fact thumpers who were about to kick your ass because you don't know how to speak your facts right. Which
which is right though, because it wasn't true, you know.
Yeah, we don't want to come on here spelling lies or nothing.
Yeah, I know exactly. I don't want to. Yeah, you know, I don't want to say a bunch of shit, but I mean, I'm also not a fucking expert. We're just sitting here saying a bunch of stupid shit.
We're not journalists. Even though we have somebody that's, you know, on the laptop right now, he can pull up the facts himself.
First of all, I'm not young Jamie from the Joe Rogan Experience. I'm slow as shit. I'm more like Nadav.
Right?
Hopefully somebody understands that reference. Hey, bro, so what's up with the gas anyways, too? So is this part of...
It's hiding biting.
I just seen... So, what? My girl sent me a picture of these dudes. Like, they had, like... It was like a guy and a girl.
And a tank.
And they had like multiple tanks. They had like 10 and they were just filling their car up. And she
Yeah.
was like, next time you go and get gas and let this picture remind you that the fucking toilet paper freaking out people are out here now getting gas.
Well, there is a group called Darkside. They're a
Yes.
hacker, and they actually hacked the pipeline, and they use the ransomware. So if people don't know what ransomware is, basically it's just they hack it and they take control over it. And in order for you to give it back, they hold it for ransom. They'll give you your information back with some money. You have to give them some money. So what happened was
So an entity paid them money
Yeah.
to hack the pipeline, which is so fucking insane, right?
they need to fucking hack the student loans. Get rid of that shit, you know?
I know, right? It's like, how come all these fucking hackers never hack anything worthwhile for everybody?
Right.
Well, because if you're good at something, never do it for free.
Yeah.
You know?
But there was I forgot where it was. It was in some country that the bus drivers, they went on strike. But the way they went on strike was, it wasn't that they were stopped working. They worked. The problem is they stopped taking money from people and they were giving everybody free rides. So it's kind of like you're not hurting the people, you're really hurting the corporations, you know, because people were all still getting placed getting place to place. The corporations were hurting because they weren't getting no money. So it's kind of like that's what needs to happen. Somebody needs to hurt, if somebody's trying to hack the government and help the people out. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to lock into if you want to get into the mortgage companies and pay everybody's mortgage off and have all the mortgages delete, that's how that help us out like that. Shit.
Yeah, so they said that from the ransom payment that they received was about $370 million, right? And that's coming from the cryptocurrency tracker Chainalysis. Bro, so it's like now all of a sudden, I know it kind of blows my mind that everything's so fucking on the internet now, bro.
Yeah.
It's like you're hacking a fucking pipeline. A pipeline.
A gas pipeline.
Which I never even thought would be connected to the internet.
Well, I mean, everything's connected to a server somewhere.
Well, yeah, that's what they were saying. Like our infrastructure for energy is so vulnerable.
We're one solar eclipse away from that shit just tearing
Not even
down.
that. Imagine like a country like China decides they want to fucking cyber attack our power shit, and it's so vulnerable that they can cut power to everybody.
Yeah, I mean,
Like that's nuts, dude.
we live in technology now.
Yeah.
So I think cyber attack happens more than actual physical attacks.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if you really want to hurt somebody, hell, I mean, think
Well,
about
dude,
it.
they don't
'Cause I
even
remember
know.
I had a friend of mine, like, just her Instagram got hacked, and she had like over 34,000 followers.
Oh,
And,
yeah.
So it's just kind of like you and that was part of her business.
Yeah, I know.
So it's kind of like you hurt somebody. You don't think that. Damn, he's like, oh, that's just people run their businesses off the internet. And so once that gets hacked, it's like they have information to all your shit. You could
Yeah.
lose all of your customers. You could lose all your, your clients. You could lose all your networking just like in a blink of an eye if somebody hacks it. So yeah, hacking is, these motherfuckers do not play.
Yeah, I know. And then, like when you talk about like other countries coming and hacking, like Russia or China trying to hack. But, I feel like the U.S. is doing the same shit. They're constantly trying to hack other people. Why? Because they want to get information.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're necessarily wanting to do something crazy, which I'm pretty sure I'm fucking wrong on that. But all right, so like even when you think about this, is like the Russian bots, right? Remember all the stuff that happened during the
Election?
Election? No, like the storm of the Capitol shit.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
know, like I was like all these like fake accounts that were made. This like Russian and Chinese bots that were just like, trying to hype shit up and getting people crazy. I don't know if you heard about this, but one of the guys whose defense, who was in part of the storm of the Capitol, so he's going to jail.
The Trumper Thumpers.
Yeah, one of the guys, he said that he had Fox Mania. That's what they're using as a defense.
What's
Fox
that?
Mania. So what it is that this guy had lost his job during the pandemic, and he had been watching nothing but Fox News 24/7. That it made him crazy and believe that they were gonna steal shit, and that our democracy was under attack by Democrats, and so that's what he's saying, that he had Fox Mania. That's literally what his lawyer is gonna use
So
for his
basically,
defense.
what he's doing is he's blaming his fucking problems on somebody else.
Yeah.
And not holding accountable for being a dumbass.
No.
Which, that's how this world is. Nobody holds themselves accountable for the shit that they do. But then again, you're watching Fox News and CNN, which is the two worst fucking shit you can ever watch. Because you want to get brainwashed, watch that shit.
I know, man. It's just, and then some of the stuff too, where it was like one of the CNN CEOs, or I don't know, I think he was like one of their lead guys, was like caught on tape saying like, yeah, anything that can get Trump negative press, we play. Anything that has to do with Biden, we'll downplay. And
Yeah.
I'm just like, fucking corrupt ass
I'm
fucking
telling you,
liars, dude.
That's why
From both sides, bro.
And that's why
Both
Darkside
sides.
said, "Fuck y'all." We're
It's
gonna
like
take the
it's like
pipeline."
Tucker Carlson fucking telling people don't get vaccinated while this motherfucker went and got vaccinated.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? I get it, you're playing to your audience, but it's like, you dumb fucking hypocrite.
It's
bitch.
a political agenda. That's why
Yeah.
I don't really. That's why I really don't really dive into political stuff, because it's all doubt. It's all
It's
like
all negative.
Yeah, it's all negative. He say, she say, be on my team or be on my. I feel like it's like them pyramid schemes. Come be on our team and come. That's what it feels like. So I'm like, look,
Dude, and then so then on top of this, you have Facebook is doubling down on keeping Trump out, right? Because he recently did he had like some statement that he put out, right? And they're basically saying like, no, they're not gonna allow him back on Facebook. And I'm like, but he's a president, so I don't know. It's just,
I think
it's
it's
weird.
They're still in the settlement about that. But to be honest,
It's weird because I'm like, how is it that you have more power than a president
president.
does?
Yeah.
I mean,
Welcome
he
to-
is an ex-president, but still, at the same time, he's a fucking president. I mean, I get it, because they have like, I don't know how many billions of accounts that they have. At some point, I guess they have to do. Okay, so like, while all these other places won't show it, I mean, we'll show him or talk about his statements and all that. But now the one and only place he can't do it is on Facebook, of all fucking places. Like, all of a sudden, they're the beacon of truth. Because if you say it on TV, it's one thing, but you can't put it on Facebook, because now it has to be facts, or it can't be on there.
Yeah, because Facebook has no censorship. In videos like that, they have no censorship unless somebody reports it.
Yeah, but okay. But that's what I'm saying. It's like, so just they have more power. All these, I'm not exactly sure that I like that these social media companies have more power than the US. I feel like that kind of makes us look weak.
Yeah.
Don't you think? Like, when they banned him off Twitter, I was like, you're banning a president.
Well, you got to think about social
he
media
has
is all over the
no
world,
power.
not just the United States.
Yeah, and that's great.
So it's
but
kinda-
still, at the end of the day, it's like just people fucking talking,
Yeah, but you forget we live in a sensitive ass world that
Yeah,
you can't
I know.
do that.
Like, do you remember everybody was so upset that Elon Musk was going to go on SNL? Did you end up watching any of the?
Yes.
anything?
So I had a shitload going on that Saturday. I had the Canelo fight. I had motherfuckers in my ear, and I was watching CNN on my little top monitor just to because I had some money heavily invested in Doge.
Dude, that took a fucking turn for the worst, didn't
Nah,
it?
bro. You can't get. I mean, that's what they always say. Buy the rumor, sell the news.
Yeah, that's true, man. I was pleasantly surprised, man. I was like up there. He looked very, very awkward.
But he also admitted that he had
has
Asperger's.
Yeah.
So I mean,
which I had heard people say that he did, and but
that explains
he
why
admitted it himself.
that's why it explains why he's so brilliant.
Yeah,
Because
I feel like people that lack in like social cues and communications and not so good with relationships usually are kind of people that are like really good with math and science and just trying to tackle problems.
their wires are connected differently in your brain.
Yeah, did you watch what is it? Some of the bits
Yes.
that they did.
Yes.
Which one was your favorite
The
one?
one where he's when he's reporting to Mars.
Oh my god,
that's
dude, that
hilarious.
was my favorite one too, bro.
With
when
Pete
he's
Davidson?
like, oh my god, bro, that shit had me fucking rolling, bro. Wave to the camera. No.
He goes, "I'm pregnant with your child." Oh, congratulations! Wait, what? Boom. No, I'm good.
But he's like, you can't go out there. It's not safe. Yeah, dude, they were. He was like I said, they were. Pretty good, man.
I was pretty surprised on how well he did. Because for a while, you're kind of thinking like, is this guy even actually funny?
Yeah.
Like, could he pull it off? And he actually did. Like, there were some that were just kind of like cringy moments that the one that I didn't like was the whole my least favorite bit that he did was the whole the Mario judge.
Do you know
the judge?
Yeah.
And the court. That was kind of like.
It was a little cringy.
Yeah, it was a little cringy because he was like trying to be Wario, and I was
like the way he walked, I was like, ooh, I was like, bro,
I feel like I'm watching
not for you.
Yeah,
not for you.
No, that's not.
No, dude. So I just I don't even know why people were so mad at the fact that he was gonna go up there. I'm like, dude, this dude's done more for this planet than anybody else. He built the best electric car out there, and he's got like the best fucking rockets that are gonna go to the moon, go to Mars.
They're gonna launch a satellite, Dogecoin.
Yeah, that's what he said, right? That he was gonna get. He actually wanted to print an actual coin and put it on the moon.
Mm-hmm.
I do wonder if the stock will go up then.
Maybe just stay in it. Hold.
Yeah,
Hold.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. Like it did the exact opposite of what they said it was gonna do, right? So it was like once he comes on SNL, it's gonna hit this much.
Well,
and
that's
do this
the
much,
thing.
and then
You buy
out
the
of nowhere,
you buy the rumor, you sell the news. Because once the news got a hold of it, you already knew it was gonna tank. Like you know, if it's gonna have a big debut day, that day it's gonna tank. Always remember that. Because even on guess what happened on Doge Day 420? It tanked.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
that's
saying?
true.
And then, SNL was supposed to light it up, it tanked. Well, duh, because you buy the rumor, sell the news.
Yeah.
So that's the little key. And from words of the great Warren Buffett, fucking buy the dip.
Yeah. Well, I kind of.
I told you, bro. Remember we had
stay.
the
I don't
whole
know.
Dogecoin episode. We were talking about Dogecoin before the news. Remember
Yeah.
that.
Well, dude.
You got your Dogecoin information from Tacos with Beer.
So buy the dip.
Buy the dip, fucker.
Hey guys, we're taking a break to talk to you about Anchor. Anchor is the easiest way to make a podcast. Me and Phil did it. You can too. And the best part, it's free. Anchor hosts our podcast. And I don't know if you noticed, but we didn't start sounding great until we switched to Anchor. They have creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast. And honestly, the best part is Anchor will distribute your podcast on everything: Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. And you can make money, guys. Trust me, Anchor is everything you need. Anchor. Anchor. Anchor.
You're crazy, man. You're crazy.
The fuck is that?
All right, guys. Now it's time for some What the Fuck Is That with Alfonso. Now, these stories may sound stupid and bizarre and just made up, but no, they're real stories. And what do we have today, Alfonso?
All right, some poor guy logged into a courtroom Zoom call with anal sex themed screen name.
Jesus Christ.
A defendant showed up to a courtroom stream with a deeply unfortunate screen name. No, his name was not really Buttfucker 3000. Stupid. This happened in an arrangement here and posted on YouTube on Tuesday from the court
What
judge.
was the screen name?
Buttfucker 3000.
Fuck me, right?
This happened in an arrangement here posted on YouTube on Tuesday from the court judge Jeffrey Middleton in St. Joseph County, Michigan. Then we will bring this fool in, said Middleton. In popped in a man with the username buttfucker3000. Middleton asked him his name. There was a brief pause before the defendant realized the judge was talking to him. He appeared to say his name was Nathaniel Saxton.
Would the judge be like,
Get the fuck out of here.
He's like, your name's not buttfucker3000, you yoho. Logging into the courtroom with that username, said the judge. Later adding, what kind of idiot logs into the court like that? The defendant said he did not believe that he typed anything like that. He apologized. Middleton briefly kicked him out of the active Zoom feed.
Get the fuck out of here.
The defendant returned minutes later. He said his sister set up his Zoom account.
damn. His sister fucking set him up.
And then he noted that the use of his Bluetooth speaker, the name was an inside joke. I'm embarrassed, he said. I'm sorry that when he walked back into the Zoom call, he had changed it to his last name, Saxton. Saxton was in court for a possession of drug paraphernalia in the city of Three Rivers. This was described in court and an alleged violation of the city ordinance, punishable by up to 90 days in jail.
Shit.
Or a $500 fine. Fucking buttfucker3000, bro.
I'm gonna change my login name to that now.
Oh, fucking stupid.
I wonder if he got pissed at his sister. Can you imagine that, just walking in like you're about to go to jail or something, and being nervous that day, and all of a sudden you see a screen name pops up, Bookfucker3000.
Bro, so it's like the judge asked him, he's like, is your sister there? And the defendant said, no, unfortunately she's not. And then the judge was like, well, tell her she almost got put in jail for contempt of court, he said. I'm like, okay, bro, chill.
I know, right?
He's so fucking angry. He's like, how dare you put buttfucker3000?
Yeah, I probably got offended. He probably
We're all adults in here, man.
He probably wanted that name, and he had to put when somebody gets your name and you got to put the extra numbers in the back, so the name doesn't even look right. The judge probably wanted to put buttfucker3000, and it was already taken, and he found out why it was taken because he took it, so he got mad at him because of that.
Dude, did you have any cringy ass usernames?
Oh my god!
I was trying to remember if it was like when they ask you, it's like, oh, your sale's complete. Hey, would you like to put in your
email account?
It's like, yeah, it's stank taint at gmail.com.
No, okay, so every time we do events, no, bro, check this out. So we do events, right, where I work, and we communicate through emails, and usually it's the name of the corporation, so and so at so-and-so.com, and we asked this one client, because I don't want to put them out there like that, and we're asked, what's your email address? So he's like, oh, you'll get an email from milkmycow@gmail.com.
Wow. Milk my cow. I wonder how old he was when he made that email.
But let's just say that he's a well-known dude. All right, I'm not gonna tell people who he is.
Yeah, don't do that.
But his email account is milkmycow@gmail.com, and then we're all me, my boss, and my other coworker, we're like, I'm not sending a fucking email to milkmycow@gmail.com. I'm not doing that. You got a bunch of professional emails, and then you have this, where we have to send our stuff to, or milk my cow or something like that, or milk me dry or something like that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, that's stupid. I'm pretty sure he was a lot younger when he created that then.
I don't know, but
at some point it's like, you have to give it to people.
But for him to be using it still as a professional email address when you're doing major events, that's kind of like, what? Okay, we get it, but
dude, it's it reminds me I'm trying to remember what my AOL instant chat thing. Remember back then?
Instant message?
Yeah, instant messenger, AOL instant messenger.
And the AIM?
Yeah, AIM.
Yeah, that's what it was.
I was trying to remember what mine was. I don't think it was too fucking cringy or bad, though.
I think mine was something stupid, ain't no prankster.
Ain't no prankster.
I have no idea why I came up with
it.
It
wasn't stink. I mean...
Stank Bank. Your Spank Bank 3000.
Ass Crack 3000, something stupid like that. Nah, man, it was I think it was like Rising something. I can't really remember. It was just like something that at the time that I wanted it to be a band name. You know, I was like, oh, this could have been a band name. Did you remember being in those chat rooms? Did you?
Yeah.
Did you message a lot on that? Because we
When AOL
me and
first
my
came
friend,
out.
yeah, like me and my friends used to communicate on there. Because we used to play. Oh God, what is it called? Half-Life 3 was a PC game. We used to play that online together a lot. This is way before
Online gaming.
Xbox and all that shit was like really big because we had been doing that shit for years, on PC, and we would communicate through that. But also it had like chat rooms, where you could go in and like talk to random strangers or talk to hot girls near you. Supposedly, I say it in quotes because I'm pretty sure, when I was like 13 talking to a hot 14-year-old, I'm pretty sure it was like a 50-year-old dude that you were talking to on the oty side.
Yeah, with a big ass fucking Dr. Pepper and some nasty ass pizza and glasses touching his weenie.
He was all big,
Yeah.
He was sitting behind the computer.
Yeah.
God, man, those were the days, man.
Yeah, it was. When you heard that.
Yeah, and you weren't really accessible to everybody. Not like how it is now.
No.
It's like
You're very limited still.
no. Well, you mean back
Back
then?
then,
Yeah.
you're back
Because
then.
even though, because it was like you're at school, then you come home, you can talk with your friends on AIM, and then you go and play some games.
Yeah.
And it was like,
back then when your friends had to all be at your house so y'all can all game together.
oh my God, dude! You remember GoldenEye with the 4
Yes.
remotes? That
Yes.
was the shit, bro.
Yeah.
Playing with the code for the big heads.
Mm-hmm. I recently saw a video on there with that saying, they're like, I don't care, but this game was always intense when you walked into the restroom. And then, you had to open up the stalls and the motherfuckers come out with guns. And then you're like, choo choo, choo choo,
Dude,
choo
you know what's funny? I read something about that. They said that the multiplayer was like a last minute thing.
Really?
Yes.
And that was
like
the greatest thing ever.
And that was the best thing that happened to that whole fucking game, dude.
That changed, that
It was
revolutionized the
like,
whole
they were
fucking...
like, well, do we want to put in the multiplayer? And they were like, we'll just do it. And they
Yeah.
kind of did it last minute.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, that was the best, bro.
Yeah.
Because you had like little mini maps and they're such small maps that you can memorize everything really fast.
Yeah.
But yeah, every time you were right. Every time you walked through that bathroom, it got lit in there, dude.
I wish I would remember the old emails that I used to put out, because I used to have a bunch of old stupid ass emails.
I didn't really use a lot of. I have only had like 3. I've kept this last one that I have. I've had it for 14 years.
I know when I first got with my wife, I was like, "What's your email address?" She said, "Don't laugh at me," and I was like, "Why? Is this like a STEM email from like her kid?" She was like, "Yeah." I think hers was like Beauty Queen.
Well, I mean, it's not
It's
cringy.
cringy, bro. It's like, I mean, for
Wait,
her,
whose is it?
my wife's.
Oh, your wife's?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
It's the same one. Damn. and
no,
you're
it's
gonna
not the
put her-
same one. No more.
Oh, she changed it?
No. I made her change it. I was like, no, first name, last name.
That's exactly what my email is.
It's first name, last name. That's the
And I've had that
professional
one for
way.
like 14. Yeah,
And
you
then
gotta
you-
get rid of stink taint.
Yeah.
At Gmail.
And then you might have to put a couple of numbers in there, because I'm lucky enough right now that I have my email address is literally first name, last name @gmail.com.
Yeah, that's the same thing with me.
No
at
spaces,
Yahoo.
no underscores, no
Oh,
zeros.
well, I have an underscore.
Yeah,
but
I don't have no underscores, no
Yeah.
hyphens, no little stars or numbers. It's
so
just
you must have gotten in early with it or something.
no, bro. I got into it like in 2000.
how-
That's what I'm saying.
VRL is such a common last
It
name.
is, but I'm just lucky enough. I have first name, last name. That's it. First name,
Yeah.
last name, gmail.com. So I'm
Yeah.
just like very fortunate.
No, my shit was not available ever.
it
So
wasn't
was
like
I
milk.
just
It wasn't
checked
milk my cow at gmail.com.
Yeah, dude, it wasn't like fucking what is it? Playa 6969 at hotmail.com.
Big dilly
You know what's
willy.
funny, bro? Like we're sitting there in one of my I think I was like in 7th or 8th grade and we were talking about the mail, right? Like email. And one of my older teachers, she was talking about it and she's like, "Oh, I only have a Yahoo account mail." And then I was like, "Well, why don't you get I was like, you can always go and get whatever you want. Why don't you get one at hotmail.com? And she's like, "Oh, well, isn't that for like hot people?" And I was like, what? Oh, Miss Fabian, that was her name. I was like, are you serious right now? I was like, that's just a name. You know, it's not the it's not, you don't have to be hot to get an email address through them. I was like, it's just where you can go and sign up for an email.
You know how I know you're gay?
Yeah, dude, she was like really surprised by that. She legit thought that Hotmail was for hot people only.
Yeah,
I
well,
was
you
like,
can't come in.
do you think they're gonna check you, Miss Baby?
Yeah,
What
right?
the
They're gonna
fuck?
check, fucking ID. Nope. Fucking ugly. Get off this Hotmail. You go to Oogle Mail.
So remember, man, just keep your fucking logins kind of straight.
Yeah.
You know?
First name, last name.
Don't be doing no buttfucker 3000 out here, man. Fucking pissing off judges.
Yeah. We'll appreciate everybody hanging out with us today, guys. Make sure you go to our website, talkerswithbeer.com. Check out all of our latest episodes. If you are watching us on YouTube, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and that notification bell so that way you get notified every time we drop a new episode. Also, if you're listening to us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Pandora, any other good audio platforms, make sure you follow us on that so that way you too can be notified every time we drop a new episode. And always remember, guys, keep those tacos hot and spicy.
And those beers coming. We're out.
Hey, will you guys let me know if this ever airs?
I hate goodbyes.
Get the hell out of here.
Bye, Felicia.
Think I'll go home now.